Good evening. Emotional testimony from day 2 of the heart-wrenching gun violence hearings on Capitol Hill. Our neighbors and law enforcement leaders in D.C. once again calling on Congress to take action.
While this group will return back home to Buffalo in the coming days, the focus for many will remain on Washington, waiting to see what changes may come out of these conversations. Well, today's second round of hearings included testimony from Buffalo's police commissioner and the mother of a TOPS shooting survivor. Joseph Gramalia and Zanetta Everhart sat on panels centered around the gun violence epidemic. And shortly after this hearing wrapped, the House of Representatives passed a resolution condemning the Great Replacement theory, referenced in a manifesto by the suspected gunman in the TOPS attack. This theory claims there's an effort underway to replace white Americans with people of color.
7 News anchor Ed Dranch is in D.C. again today for the hearings and joins us live again tonight. Good evening, Ed.
Jeff and Ashley, good evening to you once again from Capitol Hill. The biggest question here, what's in a word? Are the testimonies of those victims' families enough to make real and productive change in our nation? That's what they want, and that's what they're hoping for. Tonight, they are pleading for help.
These problems literally knocked on my front door.
In front of Congress, Zanetta Everhart told lawmakers there is a problem in America with violence, education about history, which she says is whitewashed, and guns. After her son Zaire was shot at TOPS on Jefferson Avenue by a man who police say was a white supremacist on a hate-fueled mission.
My son Zaire has a hole in the right side of his neck, 2 on his back, and another on his left leg, caused by an exploding bullet from an AR-15. As I clean his wounds, I can feel pieces of that bullet in his back. Shrapnel will be left inside of his body for the rest of his life. Now I want you to picture that exact scenario for one of your children. This should not be your story or mine. As an elected official, it is your duty to draft legislation that protects Zaire and all of the children and citizens in this country.
That message echoed through the congressional chamber when Buffalo Police Commissioner Joe Gramalia testified Congress must update laws for new threats, calling for red flag laws, universal background checks, and banning assault weapons. Gramalia said the assault-style weapon the Buffalo suspected shooter was using outgunned the armed security guard at TOPS, Aaron Salter.
It is often said that a good guy with a gun will stop a bad guy with a gun. Aaron was the good guy and was no match for what he went up against.
Gramalia testified the shooter spent months practicing shooting skills and live-streamed his attack with a GoPro attached to his helmet.
This radicalized 18-year-old adult should have never been able to have access to the weapons he used to perpetrate this attack, and the laws need to be enacted to ensure it never happens again.
That radical and racist attack has broken the collective hearts of Buffalonians, brutally killing 10 people, including Pam Pritchett's mother, Pearl Young, who says there is no room for hate in our hearts as Americans.
Every single one of us have one thing in common. We cry the same tears. When your tears come down and my tears come down, if we put them in a bottle, they'd all be clear. They're not black or white, Republican or Democrat. They're the same tears, and we need to get that out to people.
Everhart made that point known to Congress.
Our differences should make us curious, not angry.
Do you think your message today is being heard loud and clear on Capitol Hill?
I hope so. The optimist in me says yes, an absolute yes. I always say that lawmakers need to see people in person, right, in order to understand their pain.
Seeing, hearing, doing. That's the biggest question. What will be done from here?
If after hearing from me and the other people testifying here today does not move you to act on gun laws, I invite you to my home to help me clean Zaire's wounds so that you may see up close the damage that has been caused to my son and to my community.
Can you even imagine those emotional words, really poignant and really hitting the soul of this nation? Congressman Brian Higgins called Everhart's story tragic but magic because her son survived. Still, though, in her testimony, Zanetta Everhart said that she will not let the deaths of those people who were killed in the shooting be in vain, and she says that she will fight very hard to make sure that their spirits and their legacies live on. Jeff and Ashley.
All right, Ed, emotional moments there today. You know, we've been following your coverage from our nation's capital, both here in our newscasts and online. And at one point today, Ed, you were the only one who followed House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to ask if Congress was truly listening to our community members and their testimony. What did she have to say, Ed?
Yeah, that's right. She showed up for a 1:15 press conference with other elected lawmakers, but then right after she spoke, or minutes thereafter, she left. So I had questions for her because I wanted to make sure that they were hearing on Capitol Hill the words of all of these folks from Buffalo, to make sure that there was actionable items coming out of this testimony, because that's the point of them being here today. So I asked her if the message is being heard on the Hill, and she said, quote, "Yes, we've been in touch with them for decades," meaning victims' families, because there's been mass shootings happening in our nation for so long. But then I wanted more specific information about the Buffalo families. Are their messages being heard on Capitol Hill? And she said yes. She said that they're hoping for as much bipartisanship as possible. And I asked if they're getting there. She says, "I'm hoping so." But she has no idea what kind of work is being done in that group of bipartisan senators who are working to create real change when it comes to gun control. But she says she's trusting the people who are negotiating. Jeff and Ashley.
That is the important question, Ed. Are these messages being heard? I'm glad you asked that. And as difficult as it's been over the last couple of days, important that you have been there to provide this coverage for us. So thank you, Ed.
Thank you.